has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
What's up, YouTube? It's your host here, King J, coming at you from Jersey Boy Reviews. And I have my special guest here, back again, Josh. Now, if you guys watched my last episode, you guys already know what we're doing here today. But if you didn't, I'm going to let you know what we're doing today. Today's episode, we're going to be doing basically a review on the episode 1 of season 7 of The Walking Dead. Now, I just want to start off by saying, first and foremost, if you watched my last video, you know I hit the nail right on the goddamn head. I figured it out. I knew exactly who was going to get fucking murked. I picked it out. Simple as that. Josh was pretty right. He was right as well, but I was just a tad bit more accurate. Just because I said that if it was one person, Abraham was biting the bullet. Hands down. And he was the first one to go. Glenn did die second, which I also said, but he died second only because Daryl wanted to be, wanted to be a badass and punch Negan in the shit. And, fuck yeah, he did it. But that caused Glenn's death. Josh, when you were watching it, what was your reaction when Abraham first got hit in the head with the bat? Well, when it first showed that Abraham was the one who was going to get killed, and you realized that Jason was right, but what was your reaction?
Well, when I first saw it, Abraham was just the total first one to get it because of the simple fact that Abraham, Negan has to make this point to this group of strangers who don't know anywhere where he comes from, how he makes points across or anything. And, just seeing Abraham get selected, it was just, wow. But it didn't affect me as much as Glenn's, due to that one-liner. That was just so, perfect to his character as well. Just to tell Negan off, even in the end, even they said on Talking Dead, I think, Negan killed and ended Abraham, but he didn't beat Abraham. And that was just, the best part about Abraham's death.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But before we continue, in case, for those of you who live under a rock and didn't see what happened or how it happened, I'm pretty confident most of you have already heard what's happened. If you didn't, I'll show you right now so you guys have a visual of what exactly happened so you guys can understand better what we're talking about, just in case you haven't seen it already. So, let's take a look at the clip.
Anybody moves, anybody says anything, cut the boy's other eye out, feed it to his father, and then we'll start. You can breathe, you can blink, you can cry. Hell, you're all gonna be doing that. Oh, look at that! Taking it like a champ! Suck my nuts. Did you hear that? He said, suck my nuts. Oh my goodness! Look at this! So, back to it. Buddy, you still there? I just don't know. It seems like you're trying to speak, but you just took a hell of a hit. I just popped your skull so hard, your eyeball just popped out. And it is gross as shit.
Yeah, I'll find you.
Oh, hell. I can see this is hard on you guys. I am sorry. I truly am. But I did say it. No exceptions. I'm just getting started. Lucille is thirsty. She is a vampire bat.
And we're back. And holy fuck. I mean, I knew it was going to happen. I knew exactly it was going to be Abraham. Hands down, I already knew that for a fact. I already knew Glenn was going to bite it as well. I was just hoping I was wrong. When I saw this, when I saw both those gruesome deaths, Abraham's, to me, was more like a, since I was right, it didn't come to me as a surprise. I wasn't really shocked, like, oh my God, he killed Abraham. Like, no, I was like, because I was watching, I was like, oh shit, he killed Abraham. But like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm right. I knew he was going to die. But at the same time, I was like, damn, Abraham's dead. But then when he hit Glenn, he did my boy dirty. He did Glenn super dirty. He hit Glenn, and mind you, all because of Daryl. So, I can already see Daryl's character. Daryl itself, he's going to go down a very fucked up path just because he's going to put all that guilt, all that blame on himself, and it's going to change him. Daryl's character is Daryl's gonna change. He's definitely gonna change as the season progresses. Glenn's head it turned into like a marshmallow, and he dented the hell out of it. Yeah. His eyeball popped out, and even while Negan is,
you know what I loved about that though, that was like if they took the panel where that came from and just like threw it on the screen. That was so perfect.
Straight from the comic.
Even the makeup and everything, like it was legit, like on point.
To me, it was like Negan is literally beating the shit out of this group's Maggie's lover, their beloved friend, in front of them, and he's making jokes about it. He's like, "Oh, I just bashed your skull in. That shit is gross." Like, and he's laughing. He's like, he's making a statement, but he's being funny about it. And like, most of my friends, everyone's like, oh, the show got really dark because of the deaths and everything. It's like, what did you think was going to happen? This is a world in a zombie-infested, apocalyptic world. That's the type of shit that would probably actually happen if this actually existed. So it's like, I don't think the show got dark. I just think the show got better. I just think shit's going to get real. With Glenn's death, I think Maggie's going to go down a very dark path. And at the end of it, she's going to be super fucking badass. But it's going to come at a cost. Daryl getting taken, I don't know exactly what's going to happen to Daryl. Nonetheless, he's still going to go down a dark path just because he's going to take all that guilt on. Rick's a bitch now. Rick got bitched. He is Negan's bitch. There's no way around it. Negan broke Rick like it was nobody's business. Was it just me, or was the part where Glenn was like, "I'll find you," to Maggie? I don't know about you, but to me that was super fucking creepy. I'd have been like, Jesus, wow, that is fucked up. Like, just kill him. Just kill him, please. Put him out of his fucking misery. But he let him there. He's like, oh
he
wait.
allowed him to like.
He let him live a couple seconds longer just so he could talk to his girl.
But you know what?
In
though?
front of him.
And in the same sense, it's crazy because the way he let Glenn suffer, like that's something that hasn't happened on the show. Well, it has happened before back in Terminus when they ate the leg with the tainted meat, and I mean they left him alive, and that was nothing compared to what Negan did to Glenn. What Negan did to Glenn was like.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's nothing compared to it. I think it's just because of who it's happening to.
Yeah, that too.
The other dude that happened to, no one really gave a shit about
nobody
him.
cared
No one
about
give a
him.
fuck about him. Oh yeah, he got eaten. Big deal. Fuck it. But if that situation happened to Glenn, where Glenn was getting eaten, I'm pretty confident everyone would have reacted a lot differently to that.
Yeah.
But honestly, the way they started the episode, they're here now.
Yeah.
There's no way the next couple episodes can go like this way. They have to go more and more and more. So I really hope that this next season that's coming is gonna be 20 times better than the last couple seasons. The way they started the season was phenomenal. I think it was great. Personally, I think they dragged the shit out of it on telling us who got killed. I expected that as soon as the episode started, boom, we're gonna know who got killed. Nah.
Well, not only that,
Definitely not.
it definitely goes back to what we talked about with the casting sheet that went out, where, you know, it's messed up where they should have just ended it like that. I would have preferred it ending like that, and we not knowing where it's gonna go from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Than where it went, because, you know, once the casting sheet went out, you know, that goes out everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think there's a couple of people out there that already assume, like, you know what, it's already Glenn and Abraham. Like, they're only in one episode. Like, if they're only in one episode, like, what's gonna happen? Where they're gonna go? You know?
Exactly. Like, yeah. When I saw that too, it was like that was basically like sealed the deal for me. Like, it's definite. Abraham, Glenn, they're dead. I just didn't like. At the end of the day, it was all just it's a piece of paper.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it true. Everything that we've heard up until the episode aired, everything was just rumors, speculation. Everyone trying to figure out who got killed by the whole eeny, meeny, miny, mo order. Like, that absolutely meant diddly squat. Because he did the whole thing and just stood there for a good second looking at Rick like, who gonna get it? Who gonna get it? And he just, Abraham, you're it. He didn't do it in any specific order. All that was just for show, just to throw everyone off, in my personal opinion.
I think AMC executed it, you know, perfectly.
What
Even though they, you know, I think the whole waiting the 6 months was just, it went 50-50 for them. But in the end, it did deliver. I mean, like I said, that Glenn death was just...
A friend of mine did say they would have preferred to see, at the end of season 6, instead of showing like just the head movements of someone getting beat in, they show us Abraham got killed.
Yeah.
And then at the start of season 7, then they show us Glenn got killed. In like a twist of events, like, oh, and then Glenn got the bullet. He said he would prefer to see it that way, just because it would have caught everyone off guard. But otherwise, I mean, nonetheless,
yeah, I think
the way they did it, I still think was fantastic.
Yeah, I think it was fantastic. Definitely not taking anything away from that. But I think the same thing. I think it would have been better where they kill Abraham at the end of season 6. You know, they start season 7 off, you know, with Alexandria like a week or two after it happens. You see everybody, and you know it's like, where's Glenn? And you know everybody, and just delve into it emotionally like that. I think that would have.
They probably could have played with that and made it probably a little bit better in that way. But nonetheless, the way they did it was still great.
Right to the comic.
I enjoy cliffhangers and the way they left us off the whole summer, just dying to see who was that got killed.
And it definitely did deliver, especially I said Abraham's one-liners. You know, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is phenomenal, even from the get-go. Remember when we spoke about when he got casted as Negan, like how perfect his role is for that. Like, I think he's just like, he's almost like Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man. He's like perfect for the role.
You understand the comparison? But yeah, what do you guys think? What were your reactions when you saw who Negan picked to get killed first? And then what was your reaction for punishing Daryl and taking Glenn out? Leave your comments, leave your feedback in the comments below. Would love to hear from you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, subscribe for more. Anything else we gotta say to the fans, Josh?
I mean, You know, thank you for the views. Thank you for the comments on the last video. I appreciate being on the show. Let's, you know, hope to a great season 6. Hopefully
7.
Well, here's to a great season 7, and you know, hopefully it definitely like you said, goes up from here and it doesn't go down. You know, it definitely has to keep setting the bar, because if it goes anywhere south of where this episode was, I think it'll be very bad for the show. Yeah. Which they already got highlighted for season 8.
Yeah, they already announced it. They already approved for season 8, so we already know Rick and his little crew, or whatever's left, is gonna be going out to another season.
And I like how they also, it's almost like it's gonna shift everything to Negan's perspective, where everything was a Rick-tatorship. I think this is the Negan-tatorship.
Yeah, because if you see they give you like a little preview of the next episode. There's a part where Rick is telling the group, like, I'm not the leader anymore. Negan is. That's it.
He broke him.
Negan's the leader now. I'm not it anymore. So, I mean, he's definitely broken. But it doesn't mean that you can't put the pieces back together.
Yeah,
so hopefully
glad he got the right hand still, too.
Yeah, I was completely wrong on that part.
Definitely
I was thinking that he was going to get his hand chopped off. But
it would have been good. It would have been definitely
that would have been a good way to do it, too. But I think the way Negan did it was chop off your son's arm.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that was on some... He made his point very well. Chopping his right hand off, what would that have done?
And you know
Nothing
what it
much.
is, too? I think, because I know... I don't know if anyone here has read the comics, but in the comics, later on we'll see, whereas Negan isn't intimidated by Rick. Negan doesn't hate Rick. Negan likes Rick, but he also respects Rick in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just hope that the show delves into Negan's arc the way they did into the comics, because Negan is a phenomenal character, and if you know, all of our comic readers know where he's at right now in the series, it's crazy with the whole Whisperers and the Whisper War. How, you know, they teased the Whisperers early on in this season as well with the head on the stake. I mean, I really hope seeing that come into fruition is going to be crazy.
Well, we can only see what is going to happen in the next couple weeks. That's pretty much it. That was our review on the first episode on the deaths. As I said before, I hit the nail right on the damn head. I called it. I don't care. And you know what sucks? We had a pool at my job about who got killed, and it had like at least 25 people in it. Pot was at least 250. If I would have kept that contest going, there was only one other person who picked Abraham besides me. So we would split that. But I canceled it just because it was once I heard there was multiple deaths, it wasn't really fair for people to pick one person since 2 people died. So I was just like, out of fairness and to avoid headaches, I just canceled it. But in any case, guys, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate you guys sitting down with us and watching over the video with us. Like I said, leave your comments below. Tell me what you guys think about what's going to happen in this following season. What do you guys think is going to happen to Maggie, to Sasha, the whole crew, Rick, everybody? And what were your reactions when you saw Abraham get his head bashed in and then Glenn right after him? Leave your comments down below. I'm your host, King J. This is a special guest, Josh. And until next time, guys.